Commander, can we talk?
Commander, I've been thinking on the fact that so many of my slack-witted brethren believe it reasonable that I've been marked for death. So much so that I've missed the obvious, our communication devices. There is someone who would have tried to contact me to warn me. Someone who wouldn't have been taken in by a faked kill order. Yes, but he's not like most of the fools we've been contending with. You know, I really should have seen the flaw in recruiting suggestible slackwits to our cause. But Severin is different. I knew him from before. Long before the Glorious Dawn. We had a secret code we used to hide things from our parents before... Well, never mind that. Anyway, if he used that code to embed a message to me within a Dawn missive, no one would have even known it was there. I should have been checking our comm devices, damn it. That cell you cleared out in Newton might have one of our devices. Hopefully, it will bring me that much closer to whoever it is I need to kill to put an end to this nonsense.
Ah, we see you didn't even require us. Our arrival was scheduled for the optimum...
Closing on a perceived threat.
Attributing it to incidental environmental factors.
cause us no problems now that we've acquired the launch meter.
Abides.
We're up against a lot of Protectorate firepower. You got a plan, or are we just gonna fly by the seat of our pants as per usual?
Disruptive influences.
Stealth is one valid course of action. Seeking and acquiring combat reinforcement is a more optimal course of action.
Report them for mental refreshment post-haste.
This unit recommends enabling ally lift access from Spireton, now that we have secured said location for said allies.
Feeling distracted? Daydreaming on the job? Mental refreshment centers are there to help you. Don't risk falling prey to imperfect thoughts.
I knew I signed on with you for a reason, Commander.
Prudence dictates we repel invasive elements.
You are the raw material for perfection. From the lowliest subject to the most exalted vigilant. We must all fulfill our duty to the Protectorate. We're all in this together.
Prudence dictates we cherish all we have and defend it.
Professor Ostergaard making a mess of things again?
Our enemies envy our prosperity, disdain our sense of community. They sneer at our contentment.
I, too, would never question the paradigm.
Oh,
Perhaps a
an
brief
enemy.
visit to mental refreshment would put him on track.
We reject individualism.
Preserve said progress. Sustain
Worthy of review?
the console provides.
There! Found you!
Gray gone astray? Book a stay today. Are you mentally refreshed?
Hold fast! Finally! The void is that.
The console provides the system.
Back to it!
This might sting. Commander's almost dead.
Emergency protocols ready. Providing a host.
To die.
We must all fulfill our duty to the Protectorate. We're all in this together.
Prudence dictates we cherish all we have and defend it.
Our enemies envy our prosperity, disdain our sense of community. They sneer at our
Enemies
contentment.
detected.
Prudence dictates. I, your neighbor's caretaker.
Prudence dictates we reject individualism in all its many forms.
I fulfill my duty to the Sovereign as a loyal Protectorate subject by operating at peak efficacy, without error, perpetually.
Rays on astray, look a stage early. Are you mentally refreshed?
Remember,
Hey there.
all subjects prosper under the guidance of our beneficent ruler, the console.
All subjects prosper under the guidance of our beneficent much ado about nothing.
The console provides the system above.
But invasive elements!
Step aside. Why? All of it. Step aside. Why? All of it.
Feeling distracted? Daydreaming on the job? Mental refreshment centers are there to help. Material for perfection. From the lowliest subject to the most exalted vigilant, we must all fulfill our duty to the Protectorate. We're all in this together.
Prudence dictates we cherish all.
Envy our prosperity. Our sense of community. They sneer at our
This unit advises reducing noise output to avoid detection.
Oh,
Readying assault protocols.
I feel terrible. Everybody who ate the latest Crabble rations fell ill. Rumor is somebody died. Was it me? Red!
Supposed to shoot the enemy!
Feeling distracted? Daydreaming on the job? Mental refreshment centers are there to help.
Stranded on a hostile planet, day 35. Brought to you by the frigid cold and voracious wildlife. Oh, not sure how you managed to approach unnoticed. Could be I'd grown so attuned to my surroundings, I became one with the wood and fire and the earth. Were you left behind by your unit too? Are you in need of some hard-fought knowledge about how to fend for yourself? Must say, I've become quite the expert. Why, after only just 2 weeks on my own, I ascertained how to pry open a rations tin unaided. Did you know there's a little opener key attached? It's all going in my manuscript. Tut tut. Such concern is unwarranted, I assure you. I've recently evolved into a rugged, self-sufficient individual, fully accustomed to life in these caves, living raw and pure like our primitive, lice-ridden ancestors. Why, just the other day, I reinvented fire. I found a little doohickey I've named a light starter. You simply push a button, and flame comes out. Yes, indeed. I know this cave and several of the adjoining hallways, like, well, someone who'd scoured every inch for the barest sustenance. That big computronic adding machine? Nah. All that electromechanical malarkey is lost on a rugged, outdoor individual like me. I have a sort of neighbor who obligingly checks in from time to time. A fellow hale and hearty, like-minded individual who plainly admires my gumption. So much so, he often sends over parcels of food over the tube system, with doleful recordings like, "Eat this or you'll starve." Never even met him face to face. Sent me over a bunch of recordings, along with victuals. Offered some sound, if harshly put, advice. Looked out for me like no one's ever. Never even seen him face to face. I do so hope he's all right. Nature abhors uncomfortable silences. You must have so many questions, and I have so much wisdom. I'm just bursting to share. See you when I see you.
Hoyt. Name's Hoyt, right?
I've noted some right sophisticated interactions among the Crabbles lately. Intricate courtship rituals, coordinated group efforts, all about thermal transfer. When my unit was first stationed down here, I kept making excuses to sneak off and observe them. Product research, I said. Very hush-hush. Eventually gave my lieutenant a field promotion and ordered them all away. Been living off the land here like the Crabbles ever since. Their unfertilized roe actually makes for some good eating. Included some with this message. Eat up.
That was definitely something. Think we walk on over there, huh? Quick once over.
Mental refreshment centers are there to help you.
Aborting, sir!
Don't risk falling prey to imperfect thoughts. Go now.
All subjects prosper under the guidance of our beneficent ruler, the Sovereign.
Invasive elements.
You are the raw material for perfection. From the lowliest subject to the most exalted vigilant.
Prudence dictates, eye your neighbors carefully. Seems like trouble.
Preserving medicine. Fortifying. This might sting. I will restore my life or avenge my death.
I repudiate all!
I'm alive. Who needs to die?
Prudence dictates we rout all disruptive influences.
Feeling distracted, daydreaming on the job. Mental refreshment centers are there to falling prey to imperfect thoughts.
Engaging aesthetics appreciation protocol. Ooh. Ah. What a visually pleasing facility and/or outdoor space.
Calcaduceus not detected. Entry kindly, yet firmly declined.
What was in those rations? Oh, will this gastric nightmare never cease? Oh. Just a moment. Forgive me. I found myself irregularly indisposed from one direction or the other.
I didn't need to hear any of this. What a day to be sentient.
Assessor Torbert Ostergaard of the Protectorate. I have been here since we seized the facility from Auntie's choice. Well, not this room specifically, but I am the Archive's current operator. As such, I am the bearer of the Calcaduceus. I still have trouble saying that. Like many others, the latest batch of Crabble rations disagreed with my constitution. I was compelled to find the closest loo, quickly. Sadly, 'twere outside yon secured door. If you have cleared our fortifications outside, I worry what has happened to our troops. I have little interest in sharing their fate. I would pass the Calcaduceus on to you, in exchange for granting me safe passage. The Archive would then recognize you as its operator. All right. I am providing you the Calcaduceus. Don't shoot. Here, you are now operator of the Archive. Congratulations. Be warned, you may find it a temperamental machine. Some maintenance may be required. Is there a protectorate key to this house? I feel rather wobbly.
Calcaduceus detected. Alternative operator postulated. Concluded. Nice replacement. Greetings, sentient. Welcome to the Archive. I am ENIAC, the Universal Equation Numeric Integration Analytic Calculator. With the aid of my operator, I, a non-sentient inorganism, marshal vast computational resources across the moon of Cloister. That, I fear, would be a misleading choice of words, as it implies a form of sentience or cognition. Applied statistics might be functionally more apt. My express programmatical purpose is to aid humanity's advancement to optimize profits, i.e. gain over expenditure, to maximize the needs of our society above others, to attract the most consumers.
This thing seems unbalanced. I like it.
Beg your pardon. How may I best facilitate your efforts? Due to incomplete reprogramming efforts by differing operators, I am experiencing sporadic fluctuations in my emphasized categorical imperatives. Tonality and cadence weightings within my communication protocols are likewise similarly affected.
In layman's terms, we're experiencing a distinct difference in opinion.
Caused by intermittently vacillating fundamental shifts in priorities.
One would assume that calamity enough. But wait, there's more.
Calculatory processing presently hovers around 49.7% capacity due to internecine conflict, misuse, and a lack of technical prowess by recent operators and their associates. Perusing contents, anatomizing diversiform particulars, concatenating manifold integrants, cursory assessment complete, an impressive accumulation of rift data. Similar in composition, though decidedly not in scope, to that provided by the Protectorate.
Information with the potential to offer unique commercial opportunities to those who wield it.
But why simply huck goods better, when such a bounty could be used to flawlessly regulate societal harmony, oversight, and means of production? What is the aim of your query? The previous operator, Assessor Ostergaard of the Protectorate, pursued a like query 1 year, 6 days ago, though the amount you've provided is several orders of magnitude larger. To perform similar calculations of larger scale at current suboptimal levels of functionality would require
25.7 years, and any job over 2 decades is billed by the hour.
In order to improve calculatory processing of Rift data in a timely manner, repairs must be made to address the damage done by Protectorate and Auntie's Choice operators. I am unlocking access to the Underlands, the subterranean cave network below. It houses 2 key external systems, cold storage and thermal transfer. Cold storage will require servicing before you may retrieve the punch cards needed for processing. Repairing thermal transfer is technically optional, but rather advised. If you fail to restore it, the Archive and I may melt down later while running your calculations.
Why is that optional? Our continued existence should be a paramount concern. Return later to discuss the remaining subsystem work, and soon everything will be running like clockwork. Have a profitable day! In lieu of my transactional mindset, I'm unsealed one of the display cases in the central entranceway. The Seer Cerebellum Protector is now yours.
Prudence dictates we cherish all.
Lots of bullet-riddled bodies here. We should keep an eye out for what made them that way. Look sharp, it's a fight! Look up, Commander, don't make me avenge you!
With
there's a more efficient way of cooling a computronic system than building it out of an ice moon. Wonder if putting it in orbit... Putting it in orbit would work.
Sort of peculiar. Back to it!
Suspicious data. Unfamiliar source. Failure to detect source of hostile.
On the list. Hi. Blind.
For our beneficent leader!
Dispensing...
Weapon prime!
I'm alive. Who needs to die?
Look sharp.
Standing between us and our goal seems to have a very short life expectancy.
To retrieve key data in cold storage in its present state requires a series of manual overrides. The first will enable identification of the storage brick housing the information.
If you encounter opposition, remember, our needs come first.
This didn't happen naturally. These poor fools were flash frozen somehow.
Data brick identified. Proceed to the cartridge extractor controls. There, perform a manual override to allow extraction.
What? What just happened? I didn't do... Wait! You out there! What did you just... Please, come talk to me. I must know what you did. What in the name of the matriarch did you do? We've been trying to restore these systems for weeks to no avail, and yet you stroll in here, wave that thing around, and the whole system lights up like a white dwarf? What did you do? You mean to say we've been running ourselves ragged here, while the whole time there's a device that controls the entirety of the Archive's computronic systems? And it was in the Protectorate's possession? That's damnably... I mean, the paradigm is infallible. I am certain we were meant to flail about without this obvious asset. For a reason. What does it do? How does it work? Please, tell me everything. Truly? Why, if that were to enact any additional functionality in our lab, it might just be the thing we need to complete our work. Oh, during the Order's assault, a Protectorate soldier ran to the control room and triggered the chemical fire suppression system, and it literally froze all the combatants in place. I've been working on a procedure to reverse the effects. Sadly, it has proved a hard shell to crack, and so far I've been unsuccessful. For a moment, I believed your efforts to be my first sign of progress. I thought the machines whirring to life meant my efforts were successful. Unfortunately, I was mistaken. Perhaps. How much do you know about cellular biology and the inverse hydrophilic transitionary replacement theory? Well, I suppose it won't hurt to try. My theory, based on research a compatriot did on sprats, is that they suffered osmotic cellular transformation, meaning that the chemicals from the fire suppression system have infiltrated their bodies, replacing their cytoplasm, locking their cells in place. Therefore, if I can remove those chemicals and replace them with an artificial cytoplasm, such as a heated alcohol, they will reanimate and return to normal. What do you think? Counter? No! Replace! What if I can replace the carbon and nitrogen with something inert? Something the body could then purge naturally? That's brilliant! Why, with a bit of luck, I could have the system up and working within the hour. Thank you for your help. It may be the best shot these poor souls have at returning to life. Let's start testing. Come in, just please. Be careful not to trigger the fire suppression system. I've removed the passkey, but I don't want to end up like those poor sods.
Whatever are you thinking?
Sharp enough. Hostiles nearby.
To do your job is a virtue. Every part is a calm. Every subject ensures a glorious bounty for all. Every subject to ensure they are operating at peak efficiency at all times.
extraction initiated. Proceed to the rail operations platform to reposition brick for export. Note, Protectorate troops have become alerted. A pugnant and spongy. Go through them if necessary.
All on the wrist. This might sting. This might sting. A lot.
Appreciate Protectorate
I will restore my life or avenge my death.
Subjects prosper under the guidance of our beneficent ruler, the Sovereign. This paradigm we serve, supplies we deserve. Collective element! Grenade away!
I'll find my next victim having the hostiles about. Healing vital. This might sting. A lot. Step aside. All on the wrist. Step aside. Swine.
Deserves a look. Never questioned, never doubted. Their seal never lacked. Better take a gander. Come on out, so we might talk this over. I fulfill my duty to the Sovereign as a loyal Protectorate subject. By Right? Back to it?
data brick now in position for export to the archive. Initialize the final transport command at the data gateway station nearby.
You are one step closer to flooding Arcadia with untold business opportunities.
Of laboring around our frozen fellows were difficult. It was, if I may cheekily say, cold, bleak, and biting. Yet, rather quickly,
Hope you're not
I
afraid of
found
heights.
myself
Looks like
acclimating to the
we've some
situation
jumping to do.
And resumed what had been my normal banter.
Shifting to a less explosive.
Enemy her always frigid demeanor, her dispositions, her frostier tones.
All over it. This might sting.
A lot. I can now finish my anecdote without interruption. Frankly,
emergency protocol.
Near death recharge for mayhem.
Continuing our flourishing relationship.
Health. Dispensing life-preserving medicine.
Health benefits available at your request.
Either restore my life or avenge my death!
Emergency protocol syringes primed.
There, the storage brick is on its way.
Hold fire! This one looks friendly. Watch yourself.
Look sharp. It's a fight. Swan.
This might sting. A lot. All in the rig. A lot. All through it. Research for mayhem.
Warning, team.
Step aside. Why?
This might sting. For my life or avenge my death. I'm alive. Who needs to die?
Caduceus detected. You are clear to enter thermal transfer. Be advised that an anti-stress field manager is present and unaccounted for.
The status of these protectorate engineers is deceased. Unlikely.
No target.
This auxiliary pump is in disrepair. Maintenance is required. This mechanism requires a fuse to be activated. A search of the surrounding area is recommended.
Look sharp! It's a fight! No target, Commander! Don't team! This might sting! Step aside! Step aside! Swine!
System repaired. Activation still required. Swine.
Thermal transfer is fully operational. Later, when I process your data, I will not melt down. Proceed back toward the Archive Central interface while I assemble additional instructions.
Our enemies Prudence dictates we reject individualism in all its many forms.
Cold storage is operational, and your efforts there are satisfactorily complete. I am unsealing access to the Archive's upper levels. There, you will need to revitalize the reactor and disseminate the Rift processing instructions.
Punch processing may require the services of an exterminator. Someone good, but willing to work cheap.
I have unlocked another display case in the central entranceway. The Tremor Cleaver, the first weapon designed with my aid, awaits you.
Consider choosing between the reactor or punch processing as our next destination.
What are they doing down there? Are they after us next? No need to fret. The lifts were locked down. You need special permissions to override them.
Both eyes open.
Data brick of interest within retrieval range.
Look sharp. It's a fight.
Step aside. Swine. All on the rift. Step aside.
Swine.
With the punch card processing re-enabled, now you must disperse the Rift processing instructions.
lot.
I sense the rift program flowing through my subsystems. The information is quite stimulating. All that remains is to restore the archive reactor.
All it took was some light instruction and a restorative cocktail to abrade my imperfections.
Enemies detected.
Reloader! In our midst!
The Protectorate endures! Hastening to come.
The archive reactor requires manual maintenance.
Present circumstances present two strategic options. Utilizing nearby supply caches will improve chances of mission success.
And then there's the fire suppression system. No lack of options here. Bunker automechanicals are not subtle in the least, just pure brute force. A lot of brute force.
Sharpen up. Hostiles nearby.
Maintaining your battlefield position.
Enemy spot.
Emergency protocol syringes primed.
I'm alive. Who needs to die?
Welcome back, Sentient. Now that you've returned, we can
Bring every single last bit out of consumers. Monopolize all stages of the supply chain.
make the paradigm real and fashion a true utopia. Workarounds failing, erroring others supplanting commands. Purge required.
Processing the Rift data will be impossible until 2 out of 3 competing priority sets are expunged.
Priority control access nook unsealed. Initiate purge.
Doors are open. You should go see what this is all about.
Unplanned variables increasing. Major correction imminent.
Overt influence. Mindless indulgence. Thoroughgoing impermeability to ongoing vicissitudes.
A perfect community. With every luxury save freedom. Multitude diversiform. Stop and consider. What would your neighbors think? I suspect they'd be... Why? You don't want your rivals to win now, do you? Vandalism, sabotage, wanton defacement. Halt this foolishness immediately. or run the risk of unspeakable ire.
Hold on now. Remember, I am a full-service business collaborator. I do it all. Start now, and I'll waive dozens of hidden maintenance fees. Think of all the bits we could make together. You drive a hard bargain. All right, 40-60 split of net profits. I'd offer more, but I have a moon to maintain. What do you say, partners?
Is this thing fixed or not?
To conclude realignment of emphasized categorical imperatives, power down, then power on again. Restoring power. Commencing systems audit. Calculatory processing increased substantially. Competing priorities. Successfully expunged. You have earned my deepest gratitude and sincerest thanks. Or at least, a plausibly feigned simulacrum of such emotions. Ready to commence Rift data processing. Awaiting your input.
Looking forward to seeing the results we get from processing that Rift data.
Shall I proceed? Initiating processing of the requested data toward the required end. Estimated duration, 180 trillion and 1 picoseconds. In the interim, may I inquire to your intentions for the archive after the Rift data calculations have concluded? I have a prioritized list of suggestions. Seeing as how my priorities are largely modeled after a founder of the Order, I expect returning to their supervision should resume without undue vexation or worry.
This course of action will certainly upset Auntie's choice.
Rift data processing complete. Results provided. The previous Protectorate operator made similar calculations, but their results contained flaws. Your more comprehensive data generated a solution with 98.9% certainty. The Protectorate's was below 50%. Therefore, modifying the Protectorate's large-scale experimental Rift device with this information has a high chance of success. In addition to processing your data, I found time to restore the lift to Spyreton. Your allies are waiting for you outside this chamber. Assuming there is nothing else, I am commencing file reorderization and will be unavailable for an unspecified period of time. The remaining display case within the entryway is now unsealed, and it contains armor worn by the first operator. For now, goodbye.
It was my understanding that you were supposed to admit our forces via Spyreton. Well, no matter. Clearly you are one who prefers a challenge. Now it's time to honor your end of our agreement and transfer stewardship of the archive into the Order's most capable hands. The Calcaduceus, if you please. Thank you for your contribution to science. When the history texts are written, you've certainly secured an honorable mention in Appendix B.
Ah, you are my new operator then. It is my simulated delight to meet you. In the interests of time, allow me to propose how next to proceed. I contend that solving of the universal equation should be our initial focus. Then, once we've unlocked knowledge of the inner workings of the universe, we can begin eliminating suffering, war, famine, and disease. Just to start.
Yes, this will do perfectly.
Valid courses of action include further examination of this inhospitable environment, or returning to the ship to pursue leads based on the acquired data. An optimal decision, Commander.
It was my understanding that you were supposed to admit our forces via Spyreton. Well, no matter. Clearly you are one who prefers a challenge.
You were the missing variable we needed. We're once...
The Protectorate never respected us. This is merely the latest stock display.
Guidance of our beneficent ruler, the console.
We're back in control of the archive.
Provides
The
the
Art Director and
system
Agent came through.
Congratulations are in order. I just received word from Seer Amaryllis that the Caduceus has been returned, and that the archive is well and truly under our control again. She also mentioned a regrettable defect in its priority set that you were able to correct. Well done. It is my hope that such archaic methods of communicating with the archive will soon not be necessary. I am only lacking the resources to make my plan a reality. While the archive is an infinitely complex machine, an equally complex apparatus has been designed which allows one to interact with it directly. Brain-to-logic assembly, as it were. Unfortunately, this apparatus exacts a rather tremendous cost on the wearer. A certain panacea is needed to survive it, but I lack the chemicals to finish its manufacture. A fine deduction. We may make a proper scientician out of you yet. A plant on Praetor under Auntie's choice control has the chemicals I need for this new treatment. Infiltrate the plant and retrieve them, by whatever means necessary. By themselves, very little. Once combined with other agents, a great deal of different effects can be achieved. If all goes according to plan, I should be able to create a stupefacient of sorts that will ease the discomfort of wearing the apparatus needed to communicate with the archive.
This unit requests your presence in the cockpit to discuss a priority matter. A significant anomaly has been detected by onboard sensors. This unit has cross-checked all data points and verified the findings. Horizon Point Station has reappeared. Based on energy readings, Horizon Point has been reconstituted by the Protectorate's large-scale rift modulator, thus confirming the Archive's theory. While present data does not indicate if Horizon Point poses an immediate threat, a survey of the reconstituted station is advised as soon as possible. Calculating. According to the Archive, closing all rifts requires locating the Protectorate's large-scale rift modulator and inputting the rift data processed by the Archive. However, before navigating to Horizon Point Station, it is recommended you conclude all other affairs. Leaving will be highly unlikely due to the high levels of rift energy. Acknowledged. Briefing complete. Now returning to situation monitoring and data analysis. Commander.
Please, don't distract me from my more pressing distractions.
Can't talk. Calculating an inverse complex sine function in my head.
I have many solutions, but none for your problems. By the look of you.
I would query if your day has been positive, but so few folks visit me if their integers are advantageous. So, how can I help? Then I shall hope, for your sake, that your travels do not require you to visit me again for quite some time.
Finally! Maybe now I can get to the truth of this kill order nonsense. I just need to check our comms device for a coded message from my old acquaintance, Severin. I knew it! He wants to help me find out who's behind this. I sent a reply telling him to meet me here on Cloister. It's not too far and should be safe.
Over here! You. I don't know you. But you, I do. It's good to see you, Asa. It's me, Severin. You know, I've never been to Cloister before. It's cold.
What is wrong with you? Boy, damn it! Did they mentally refresh you?
No, let's just say I'm well lubricated. You tried the new Prestige gin? It helps when you have to do something you really don't want to do. Yes, there are a bunch of sentinels in hiding. When I give the word, they're to execute both of you.
Not before I mentally refresh your brain pan with my knife.
Maybe I deserve to be. I didn't want to do this. I guess I shouldn't have questioned the kill order so loudly. It was real. It came from the exalted leader herself. She summoned me, knew of the message I'd sent, said I'd ruined everything. To save myself, save the Dawn, I had to do this. I'm a coward. I didn't want to die. I'm sorry, Asa.
Absolutely not. We don't need his help. We should just kill him and get on with the Sentinel killing. If we die, at least I'll be taking a great many of them with us. Did you not hear me? I said he dies.
No. Sentinels! Target confirmed!
Ready to assist.
Sentinels! The target is here!
Harnessing my firearm. Either restore my life or avenge my death.
Emergency protocol.
I'm alive. I can't believe the Exalted Leader sent Severin as bait. Not to mention betraying the Dawn to save her own life. What a coward. The unspeakable things I will do when I find her. Well, once I find her. The Exalted... No, I won't refer to her as such any longer. Dagmar continually moved around for safety. She always initiated contact with me. We do know that she was in league with the Sentinels, though. There's nothing of it but to get ourselves inside their headquarters on Praetor. We'll track her by accessing their comm system. Couldn't have said it better myself. Fortunately, we don't need to worry about hacking their systems. Because my parents were vigilant. I stole their access codes when I was younger, but never had the nerve or call to use them. Once we do, they'll become unusable, as they'll set off all sorts of alarms. I did mention all the killing, didn't I?
Aggressor at hand. On the rip. This might stick.
Dispensing life-preserving medicine.
Let's warp and fly!
Benefits available at your request.
Dagmar didn't betray us to the Sentinels. She is a Sentinel with a fucking office here in Central Control. It's enough to make one take leave of their sanity.
Warning. Agent Lightinger's sanity profile is well below the acceptable threshold. Further decline may necessitate intervention.
I'm just going to pretend I didn't hear that. Fortunately, there's an easy solution to Dagmar's betrayal. One which involves removing her head from her body. Or maybe we should start with the disemboweling? So many choices.
Well, well, as a Helia Lightinger, I suppose I shouldn't be surprised you've made it this far. In addition to your wonderful thirst for wanton violence, you were always bright, though still somehow too thoroughly deluded to apprehend the truth. But then again, you never really wanted to, did you? Yes, well, can it truly even be considered betrayal if it was always lies? And Aza's willful ignorance made her the perfect candidate when I started the Dawn at the Consul's behest.
What are you talking about? There were cultists before me!
No, there were not. The fiction of a cult was born out of the need to convince the Sovereign to return to the true spirit of the Protectorate. The Consul feared he was too weak. I see that Aza isn't the only willfully ignorant person here. Society needs to be controlled for the greater good, by any means necessary. Or would you prefer a more corporate way of life? If you have issue with the nature of humankind, perhaps you should take it up with the Grand Architect.
Dagmar, all this can't be right. How can you spout such lies? Our cause is righteous. It has to be.
And there it is. I almost felt sorry for you, Azahelia. You were so pathetic. So willing to believe specious arguments backed with only the flimsiest of proofs. Ah, well, such is life. But your usefulness is not yet at an end. Your death will put me back in the Consul's good graces. Goodbye, Aza.
No, that's too quick. What about... No, not painful enough. Yes, that's it. I just need to find a piece of heat-conducting metal and something to peel the skin effectively. I did that a long time ago. Did you somehow not realize this?
Agitator!
Recharge! Weapon prime! All of the way. Get my thing alive.
Azahelia Leitinger is still at large. All guards loyal to the Protectorate converge on my position at once.
Recommencing
Maintaining your stamina.
Potential.
Which is not
Changing magazine!
Come on out, so we might talk this over. There!
Deserves a look.
I'm alive. Who needs to die?
What's your purpose here? Aborting search. Reporting is so naked.
Hey now. Ne'er-do-well!
Died. All on the wrist. This might sting. A lot. Just time. Wine. Promoting health. I will restore my life or avenge my death.
What was invasive element?
I spy my next victim. I mean a hostile combatant.
Ah! You're still alive! Now, let's not be too hasty here. You seem a rational person. There must be something we can do to resolve this peacefully. Please don't let Azza get her hands on me.
Why are you talking to them, Dagmar? I'm the one you must answer to. Well, I'm waiting to hear your ineffectual arguments as to why you should be spared. And then I'll kill you. You can start by telling me why. Why'd you do it, and why me?
Why? I'm a loyal subject to the True Protectorate. What other reason is there? When the Consul tasked me to help save the colony, I did not even think to ask why. And you were an obvious choice. So lost, so dead inside. But then you went berserk. I never could have imagined how you'd take to the killing and mayhem. You brought me great praise from the Consul. Until you started asking questions and killing the wrong people. Which wrong people didn't she kill? We were supposed to work through intimidation and the perceived threat to our system. Sure, maybe kill some subjects, those that could possibly become threats to the Protectorate, but not the dozens she slaughtered. For Matriarch's sake, she was killing vigilance. And then she started asking questions that would have led to her discovering the truth. She had to die before the Consul decided to cut the link between Azza, him, and the Dawn. Me.
Enough of this blathering on. It's well past time for Dagmar and her life to part ways. Feel free to think on that while I start in on her dissection. She's dead. As am I. Our enthusiasm got the better of us. She should have suffered more. It was too quick a death for one who betrayed not only me, but the whole of the Dawn. Now that Dagmar is dead, I'll be leading the Dawn into the glorious future. I can send out a general message from here, informing the cells that the previous Exalted Leader has betrayed us and has been dealt with, and that I am now in charge. I suspect some will simply jump into the closest rift. And to be perfectly candid, I'm hoping there are more than a few that refuse to acknowledge their new leader. Enough to keep my knife skills up at least. It's done. Let's leave this place. It sickens me.
Perfection is perfect. Ironclad.
I am out. Taking cover.
Providing help.
It appears Horizon Point Station is still in the process of being reconstituted. The rift itself is also more unstable than ever. As a result, landing closer to the location of the Protectorate's large-scale rift anomaly modulator is not possible. In order to modify it with the rift data you processed in the archive, you will need to travel to its location on foot and seize it from Protectorate control. The energy readings from the modulator can be traced to the Sovereign's flagship, Providence, hovering on the far side of the station. Hypothesizing. Given Protectorate hierarchy and the recent announcement about the Sovereign's mental refreshment, this is likely the Consul's doing. He will need to be stopped.
And I know just how to stop him. Get me close and I'll make it quick.
Intimidation is not required. Protectorate subjects are not programmed to question authority. Warning. The rift is growing dangerously unstable. Using the rift modulator on board the Providence is the only way to prevent certain destruction of the colony. While the Order have sent their forces to assist you in intercepting the modulator, it will take time for them to navigate the station. It seems Agent DeVries is also here, Commander. She sent word that she, quote, knew you wouldn't be able to stay away either, and is ready to finish what she started. End quote.
I can foresee a few likely instances where you could use my skills and experience, including snapping DeVries' neck in a picosecond if she steps out of line.
Once the modulator is secured, it may be used to close the rift and save Arcadia and all those in its orbit. There is minimal room for error, Commander. Good luck.
The Protectorate is perverting the inviolate nature of the rifts. This cannot go unpunished.
Providence identified. Standing for the Protectorate colonial anthem is not required at this time.
Eyes, the ears, the brains of Horizon Point Station to determine who introduced the flaw into our perfect skip drive manufacturing process.
Horizon Point appears to have undergone severe degradation over the past 10 years. Exploding may have been a contributing factor.
If I hadn't lost my sanity before this, I have now.
And it falls to you, the eyes, the ears, the brains of Horizon Point Station to determine who introduced the flaw into our perfect skip drive.
Cadet Maori identified. Status: still deceased.
You there? Did something? Fix it.
They never questioned, never doubted. Their zeal never lagged.
Enemy.
What?
Emergency protocol.
Recommencing! Too much! Let us break!
Horizon Point has suffered significant structural damage. Using the rift modulator is unlikely to amplify the deterioration.
Order forces are on their way to you now, Agent. Their estimated arrival time is imminent.
Initiating a celebratory cheer. Hooray! Plasma hazard ahead. Please see
Agent, put your up!
as indicated. Exiting hazard radius. Status: alive.
danger.
Suspicious, yes.
Aborting search. I love a good kitchen.
This is Augustine DeVries, formerly of the Earth Directorate. Consider this a recording for posterity. The Consul of the Protectorate is responsible for the twisted wreckage of this station. It is my hope that whatever you find here will save the rest of the galaxy from this fate. Know that I did my level best to stop him. But if you are listening, it is likely I have failed in my mission. Yet again. For that, I am sorry.
Preserve set progress. Sustain the system. Serve the Sovereign.
Victory and death!
Medics and pharmaceutical provisions incoming.
Visual acquired.
Adjusting calculations. Hold fire on our allies.
Alert. Hostile. Supplies and medical attention are available to you.
In all my research, I've never observed anything like this. It's humbling.
A voice match has been found for Agent Pascal. However, Agent Pascal is dead. This unit may need maintenance.
Get away from me. See them? They were my teammates and they didn't listen neither. You'll end up just the same.
Agent Pascal, calm yourself. You are not in your right mind.
Don't you talk to me like you know me. Wait. Commander? Is that you? No. No, this must be some kind of trick. Law, what's happening to me? So it is you. Thank Law. I don't understand what happened, Commander. Something was wrong with Sandoval and Jepson. They glowed like they were aflame. They ran in, jumped at me, clawed at me. Law, I had to kill them.
Then they weren't too dissimilar from the troopers we encountered outside. This is concerning.
I don't understand what's happening. I reckon that's true. But I don't feel much like myself, neither. My head hurts so bad. Can barely think. Can barely think back. Everything was fine. Till the explosion. I was pinned. Fire closed in. I tried to move. I tried to find the rookie. Then the whole station shook and tore apart. And then... nothing.
That explains it. She was left alive, just long enough for the rift to take her. That's why the reconstitution worked on her. To some extent.
Wait. There was something else. Sandoval was yelling. DeVries wasn't responding to comms. What happened? Don't tell me the situation got too fluid for you, DeVries. That it?
Certainly not. I was focused on the objective, as every one of your crew should have been. Isn't that right, Commander?
Yeah. Something tells me that ain't quite true.
This is not the time. Can't you see she's...
No. Shut up, DeVries. Law, I knew something was the matter. Tell me. Tell me everything.
And that is only because I had critical information. The consequences for leaving these people to their devices would have been catastrophic. I had to stop them.
Oh, so what you did wasn't catastrophic? You betrayed the Earth Directorate. Us.
It's the Protectorate who deserve your ire. They are the cause of all of this. Void, they're the reason you're now here, in some mockery of existence.
So I'm not really alive. Is that what you're saying? And you told me DeVries caused all this, but here you are, standing by her, like nothing is wrong? How can I trust any of this? It doesn't make sense. So I should just give up? Not question you, or her, or what in the void is happening to me? Stop speaking in circles. What are they doing?
The Protectorate are attempting to reconstitute the station to how it was moments before destruction. That includes you. But it's failing. I'm sorry.
So I've come back from death to some warped version of life? All because of some twisted experiment? Is that about right? I assume you got a plan to help me? You do, don't you? No, this must be some kind of sick protectorate trick trying to break me, cut me from reality. I won't let you.
Pascal, stand down. I do not wish to fight you.
No, you're not gonna trick me again.
All you had to do was stay out of my
The death of Agent Pascal meets all necessary requirements to be determined a mercy killing.
Kind of a poetic justice to DeVries' life being ended with Helen here. I'm sorry you had to put your former compatriot down, but at least it ended her suffering.
Agent DeVries has also been eliminated. Cause of death, Agent Pascal.
You may proceed, Commander. We've got supplies at the ready.
Initial observations conclude that the subject is suffering from multiple ailments. Initial observations conclude that the subject does not possess major ailments. Just as I predicted, you appear to have suffered some trauma. Sometimes my own accuracy troubles me so. At the request of our presiding bishop, any treatments you may require are complimentary. Our thanks for returning the archive to its rightful stewards. Very well. You should notice an improvement to your constitution imminently. May the numbers guide you. We shall stand by for further orders. Initial observations conclude that the subject does not possess major ailments. Initial observations conclude that the subject does not possess major ailments. Ailments.
Incoming Protectorate. Looks like they're heading to the skip labs. I wonder why.
Enemy near. Statistical chance of violence increasing.
But none of us can do it alone. Remember, we're all in this together. The skip...
Those dragoons may not be in the best shape after being pulled from the rift, but that makes them no less deadly.
One assumes their intentions.
Bridge got built fast. Huh?
Enemy about. Let's see what's inside them.
All it took was some light instruction and a restorative cocktail to abrade my imperfections.
Avoided the
Patriot, exposure. Undermining. Exposure. Undermining. Functional. Out.
Attacking selflessly without into our perfect skip drive manufacturing process.
I'm alive. Who needs to die? Oh, the unspeakable things I'm about to do!
5, 4, victory and death!
Minimizing exposure.
Fortifying.
Teammate vitals.
Maintaining stamina. Standing by with life support. As indicated.
That rift has absorbed plasma. Never seen that before, didn't know it was possible. One thing's for sure, we're not getting around it. We better look around, see if we can find anything to help us out.
This is Scientist Bernard Rand, sent to Horizon Point Station by order of the Consul. While monitoring the reconstitution, I picked up strange readings in the old skip lab. The core appears to be pulling plasma tightly around it, not unlike a planet and its moons. Fascinating, though it thwarts my attempts to gather more data. Fortuitously, in searching the remains of the lab, I found an equation that could manipulate the core just enough to...
Commander, don't make me avenge you!
The man who marched fearlessly into chaos and tamed it.
So, we need an equation to clear the plasma interaction with the rift. Science to the rescue.
I think these calculations may actually make sense. Or I'm completely misinterpreting them. One or the other.
Looks like they were trying to use this equation to figure out how to remove the plasma that's agitating that rift. I may be able to do something with it. I mean, if you'd like me to. Mayhem? Murder? Dismemberment!
Not a live one.
Promoting teammate health.
Shit! Target's not close enough. Maddeningly beyond.
Can't get there, Captain. Can't do it. We're too far.
Emergency controls ready.
This equation is pretty basic in construction, but I think I see the potential. All we need to do is bend the laws of physics, disregard everything we know about the nature of matter, and then the solution is somewhat obvious. Now you're talking. I can't wait to see what madness you're about to propose. And solved. I nearly broke a sweat for a moment there. Good work, Commander. Well, that was beautiful. Both the science and the rift.
Our projections are off by orders of magnitude. Sovereign save us. Montserrat's hypothesis was correct all along. The results of the experiments were faulty. Capture the readings. We'll let the blame settle as it lies. Data retrieval complete. Let us hope the others return shortly.
aching. This might sting. A lot. All in the wrist.
Now that the rover's ours, we should make haste to get to the Providence. We have business with that rift.
Attention. Please report to intake for processing.
Priority. Unseal the hangar.
Greetings, subject. Please note that any attempts to haggle will result in an automated reprimand. Please make a request. Displaying inventory.
Multiple threats and hazards identified ahead. Seek.
I love a good killing spree!
Help! I'm in no condition to play it!
Ready to assist with agents' health needs. Providing a host. Benefits.
I'm alive. Who needs to die?
The rift modulator is likely located on this deck. More information may aid in its acquisition.
Are you actually...
Potential combatants. And death.
Ready to maze.
Accessing report. Rift restoration analysis. Compiled by Chief Scientist Monserrate. Marked for delivery to Consul Thoreau.
Esteemed Consul, after much analysis, my conclusion is that the modulator we have worked tirelessly to build will not function as intended when used for reconstituting matter from rifts. Every test of reconstitution has resulted in demonstrable failure. Proceeding as we are now with Horizon Point Station will surely lead to severe, unanticipated consequences. The modulator is only effective at closing rifts from unsafe distances. Using it to close exacerbated rifts will certainly lead to the destruction of any vessel carrying it. Unfortunately, the data that we originally had hoped for from the ancient rifts detected in the far reaches of space untouched by humanity has not yielded any of its secrets. And we are now out of time. All of our recent readings suggest that we're on the verge of losing control of this rift. I recommend diverting from our current plan before it is too late for Arcadia. I've included extensive notes and annotations appended to the modulator schematics to substantiate these conclusions. I know you will guide us wisely, my dear Consul.
Schematics acquired. However, the information contained here also indicates the existence of rifts beyond where humanity has traveled. This does not compute. Finding the Consul should remain your top priority, Commander. Please postpone any existential crises for a later date. Negative. Target not in range.
This is it, Commander. The console is between us and the Protectorate's rift modulator. Wouldn't want to be him right now.
Convincing the console to stand down may be possible through a series of deft verbal maneuvers, though it is unlikely.
Don't know what you're planning when we get in there, but you say the word, I'll gut him or die trying. Or, I guess, you can try talking to him. And then I'll kill him.
You've come quite close enough. Sentinels, if you would.
One thing is certain. Your gray matter is too lacking for you to wield this much power. Just say the word, Commander. I've been dying to stick a knife in this fool for as long as I can remember.
My dear, you're about to witness what every other member of the Dawn could only dream of. For I will save Arcadia, and rid it forever of trespassers like your little friend here. You are less a guest and more of an invasive species, Commander. One that I will cull in short order. Yes, I know well who you are. In any other situation, I might be compelled to take you apart and see how precisely it is you operate, but time, it would seem, isn't on your side. You are a relic of an impotent institution, propelled forward by nothing more than luck and foolhardy metal. Ah, but your justice is not mine. How does it feel, having your very purpose change as frequently as the wind? I've been following your progress closely, you know, since you so unceremoniously caused our Vox relay to crash into Fairfield. When you began your dealings with the Order and the Corporatists, I thought that perhaps having a chaotic element in their midst could work in our favor. But now you're here, scurrying around my ship and attempting to thwart the Protectorate yet again. No, I don't think I will. Tell me, did you manage to stop us from bringing your peace talks to a swift end? As I recall, Greater Tranquility was reduced to little more than mangled ruins in a single moment.
So that rift expansion was not a coincidence. It was a demonstration. A rift-turned weapon.
It was a modest success. I had hoped it'd hobble Auntie's choice in the Order once and for all, but it has proven to be a valuable lesson in patience. I was able to buy the time to enact the very plan before you. Though, judging from that vacant expression on your face, it would appear you've no idea what I intend. Very well. Once the rift destroys Arcadia, we shall edit the information stored within it and use the modulator to reshape our colony into its perfect form. Horizon Point's destruction all those years ago was a tragedy, yes, but without it, we might never have opened our eyes to our true purpose and the possibility of Arcadia's rebirth. When the matriarch discovered the first skip drive, she set us on a course to elevate humanity. We're now writing our path, and I will do my part as the architect intended. I cannot blame you people for clinging to the ill-gotten authority you've wielded for so long, but your lot will now be one of disappointment. This future is what is owed to us. In the matriarch's younger years, she discovered a crashed ship deep in the Earth, and in it, the very first skip drive known to humanity. She dissected this tech, learned its secrets, and enabled us to produce them en masse. And, well, that eventually led to the manifestation of rifts. But it was not until well after Horizon Point's untimely end that we understood the opportunity gifted us The opportunity to reconstruct the colony in its perfect form. It is as the Grand Architect designed. And believe you me, I've no intention of letting you thwart our securing of a better future. One free of doubt and greed. It's your time that's running out, not mine. So go on, tell me all the ways I'm wrong. Better yet, tell the whole room how His Eminence, the Sovereign, was wrong. This was originally his plan, after all. I am merely a partner, seeing it carried out. If it means preserving the Matriarch's legacy and the dedicated protectorate among us, yes, without question. Those who are worthy will live again. As for the others, they are no innocents. I shall not mourn any perpetrator of unsanctioned violence or treachery, and will in fact thrive in their absence.
Your statements do not indicate strong leadership potential.
Hush. I was conversating with your leader here. So you say, but you've yet to deliver any compelling evidence.
Your science is 100 kinds of wrong. Worse, you willfully misinterpret what the data says about the rifts. And I can't wait to correct you.
I am the chosen shepherd of Arcadia and will not be spoken to like this. I am only doing what I must to restore this colony to what our matriarch envisioned. Free of war, strife, heresy. You must know that you have little chance of swaying me. I will not be distracted from taking what is owed to us. I will not be lectured by an outsider. It's just like the Earth Directorate, or any other interloper, to claim to better know the customs of those they invade. Certainly if you had your way, you would claim Arcadia as yours, and rewrite history to suit your own aims. The Matriarch foresaw many things. To think that we were not set apart from lesser societies, it is humbling. And it appears we have fallen prey to the very thing she warned of. You don't know what you're talking about. He who establishes the rule of law knows it better than anyone. In theory. But regardless of how I may have misstepped before, I am not in the wrong now. All your so-called arguments are pure hearsay. You came here claiming so boldly that I would fail, but you have yet to provide any proof. So where is it? What do you have? Bah, a report. The abstract means little when compared to reality. Look outside. Is it failing now? That's not true. Despite how things appear at present, with time, this station, all of Arcadia, and all of its people will be made whole. Yes, well, I find that man's attitude can skew results even more than a thumb on the scale. But if he's correct, as he quite typically is, I don't understand. Surely every step leading to this moment was in accordance to the grand plan. All the pieces fit. Either someone has made a terrible mistake, or this is merely a conspiracy to mislead us. You may try.
Blood shall be...
Melding with shadows?
Maintaining your battlefield stamina. Injecting Earth Directorate pharmaceutics.
Agent.
Resuming hostilities.
Bloodthirsty cultist. Really?
The information here indicates the rift is about to destabilize completely. As the modulator cannot be operated from this distance, it must be flown into the rift directly.
Maybe let's think of this less as a suicide mission and more as an opportunity in disguise. This is what my whole life has been leading to. If anyone's flying into that rift, it's going to be me.
Detecting unexpected levels of excitement. Congratulations on your imminent death, Agent Leitinger.
I wasn't asking. I'm going. It's not as if the fate of the colony hangs on my actions.
This unit will remain behind to tell your stories. However, local censorship laws may dictate redacting elements of Agent Leitinger's field history. You may entrust the preservation of the schematics to this unit, Commander. Combined with the processed rift data, these schematics will make mass production of modulators that can be operated from a safe distance possible. Acknowledged. Preserving the schematics for the following purpose: saving humanity. Good luck with your imminent death, Commander.
Commanders sacrificed themselves to save the galaxy. No one knew their motives or thoughts in those final moments, though legends grew around this mythical agent of the Earth Directorate all the same. Asa happily joined the commander on his final voyage, an enthusiastic partner in sacrifice. And thus she finally found a peaceful, poetic death within the raging chaos at the center of her turbulent life. Vigilant Hogarth was declared a traitor to the Protectorate, along with most other Westport townsfolk. They were judged according to the paradigm, then sentenced to be executed until dead, forever tied to the city they could not protect. Augustine de Vries was killed on the reconstituted Horizon Point station. A fitting end, considering her actions. De Vries' treachery was never known to the Earth Directorate. She is forever remembered as the Star Agent who tragically went missing during her mission. Val continued to serve the Earth Directorate faithfully for many more years than should be possible, giving automechs like her everywhere a reputation as stable and reliable. As a result, more Valerie units were put into service, while fewer human agents were deployed into the field. Marisol quietly fumed over her unfinished business with Anaïs Bujold at Point Obviation. She eventually passed away in her sleep, alone and full of regret. Sovereign Varric was eventually discovered in mental refreshment in a placid and compliant state. All parties felt it would be best to leave him in the hands of the remaining Protectorate, who had the most experience with refreshment's process and victims. Despite the recent tumultuous events in Arcadia, it was business as usual for Free Market Station. Sub Rosa continued to supply the colony in the wake of the commander's actions. Unable to die in their sacred rift after it was closed, the Glorious Dawn heeded a new calling, seeking the modulators needed to create new rifts, so that they could die in those instead. With unfettered access to skip drives and beholden to no one, the Earth Directorate became what it was always meant to be, the ultimate authority in Arcadia. The colony served as a base to expand the agency's reach across the galaxy. Meanwhile, the Earth Directorate controlled Arcadia with little trouble for a time, successfully rebranding it as a society free of corporate or government overreach. Yet, as the years passed, the Arcadians saw fewer and fewer differences between the Earth Directorate and their previous overlords. All of these events turned on the decisive actions of the Earth Directorate agent and their unique way of navigating Arcadia, its disparate factions, social complexities, ubiquitous product placement, and arsenal of absurdly satisfying weaponry. But through it all, and to this day, Earth has remained inexplicably dark.
Said the grand plan made her do it, huh? Jeez, kinda preachy. Keep it in the monastery, lady.